Welcome back to the studio. I'm joined here by CCP Rise and CCP Dolan. CCP Fuzzy just jumped away and was replaced by Rise. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to be back.
We've decided to go for the full gradient of dressing up here.
I'm just glad we have some Eve Knowledge back on the show and we got Fuzzy out of here. It's good. The all-star Eve Knowledge crew.
Yeah.
No, I had a really nice break, actually. I was talking in Twitch chat with everybody, and Twitch chat's fantastic, as always.
Yep, of course.
Yep.
Good community.
And I saw you guys do a nice shout-out to them, so we don't need to do another, but little personal shout-out to them.
All right, cool.
And especially to Duckslayer, who was talking to me quite a bit during Twitch right before his match, and then just went and did a really good job and won.
Yep.
Yes. So like, you watched the match, obviously, so you can comment on it. What were the defining points that secured the victory for the Reputation Cartel in this one?
It was hard for me to see like a lot of the piloting specifics, but I just was kind of surprised generally. I feel like we've seen a couple blaster setups that have struggled, and they've struggled against things that don't look as strong as this Fleet Foon setup, which has done really well today. So I would have thought the Fleet Foons would have done a really nice job just kind of kiting around and wearing down the blaster setup, but they did a better job flying, I'm guessing. I mean, they must have just kind of out-piloted and out-FC'd. I didn't see, like I said, the real nitty-gritty stuff because of not being here, but...
Well, this has a lot of auxiliary drone damage here, and there's also just the tank testing was countered perfectly by Duckslayer. Like, they tried to test the tank of, I think, 3 or 4 different ships before they finally settled on shooting him. They shot him for a bit, then backed off, then started shooting him again, and just by then they had already lost a Fleet Typhoon in return for... I think like a Tristan or something.
Yeah. One thing I can't remember from all the earlier blaster setups in the day, I know several of them were shield setups. The cruiser setup early on, as well as the Tinkerhell team was a shield setup. This armor, of course, which I know you guys were talking a bit about kind of the utility, but that's a nice thing you get with armor. Like the Vexers have at least one free mid, maybe another, and same with the Brutix, where you can tackle, but also can throw on some damps or some other kind of tracking disruption, whatever, to help keep the damage away from you as you close range to your targets. And I'm not sure how much of that they utilize, but that could be an important sort of difference between options with short range setups.
You can definitely see the trend that ships with a strong force, but then augmented by some sort of E-War that's not necessarily E-War specific ships, but with a strong E-War built into their core ships, are able to take the win just because it's spread out so well. You can't just, I'll kill the Celestis, I'll kill this, something, get the E-War off the field. It's in every single ship, so you're going to have to take out every single one before you actually get it all off the field.
Right.
Yeah. So, would you guys say it's safe to say that Duckslayer in that match was the MVP?
I have no idea, because I wasn't watching really closely, but it actually, one thing that makes me think that probably is true is the fact they were able to kill him late in the match, right? They killed him and one other ship late in the match, which means they were at least capable of it. I feel like a lot of the time, like if a team just can't break a tank, then it's like, it might not have actually been that much work, but in any match where you can hold out for a long time and then lose a ship late, it means probably you were doing a really good job early in the match keeping that from happening. So that makes me think that's probably more likely to be the case, that he was doing a really good job positioning and choosing, where to put his repping power. So probably so. So
next up is
most anticipated match of the day.
It's the match. It's Team Cube versus Providence Wizards.
There's a lot of hype in Twitch.
Yeah, and I want to do like Team Cube hype here. I
feel a bit bad. The Team Cube guy, I don't know what his actual name is, but the guy running the cube was like, I feel like he was starting to get a bit overwhelmed with the hype surrounding his effort here. He's I'm not so sure I'm going to do well.
Like he's
cool.
I was talking to him earlier when we were kind of sorting out some tournament stuff, and he said like he just wanted to be a part of it, and he just wanted to be a part of the tournament, and that's awesome. Although he said that next year he might rather sponsor a team than actually join and multi-box.
No. After his success today, he'll be a long time.
After he's going to be like $12,000 richer.
Yep.
And then he's not going to just sponsor a team next year. He's just going to do it himself.
Whatever fleet setup he brings, from now on, that fleet setup is called the Cube.
I have no idea what he can bring.
I know what he banned.
I'm so curious.
I know
what did he ban?
So all right, I'll go over the bans here.
Okay.
So Team Cube versus Providence Wizards. Team Cube banned Blackbird and Scimitar. Okay. And Providence Wizards banned Dominix and Ishtar. So
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes
they obviously
sense.
went to the drone thing, and he
Yeah.
wanted to not be disrupted.
Ishtar,
Jammed or
Ishtar was the ship I had in my mind when I was like, what ship could he fly? Like
Yeah,
Ishtars and Vextors.
I mean, the tough thing about this is he has to fly at least 2 different kinds of ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
He has 8 people on his roster.
yeah, that's the thing.
So he can possibly play 8 ships. But I mean,
Like,
what
so-
type of ship is like what types of ship fit together
It's-
in a way that you can fly them all identically?
So it's either a sort of like kitey, just like dropped sentries or Tengu or something like that, something that all works the same and doesn't really require any specific piloting on each ship, or it's like I just drive up and murder somebody in the face.
Yeah, it
like
could be just
Blaster
a bunch of
Center.
ships that you hit approach.
Yeah, like hit approach, I web this, like I tackle this ship and I delete them. Like that could just be what they do. But like, or not even have any tackle. Just like say I have tank and then I run up and murder you. But the thing is like the fact that he has 8 pilots on his roster, so you could do this like a joke and do like 4 ships, like 4 battleships or something like that.
We had that last
Which is
Neo.
actually, I don't know if it's ever been done with just one person, but in the past, whenever there's teams that are short on people,
Yeah.
that's what we tend to see is just like you do the best you can with as many pilots that you have. So if he's only comfortable flying 3, he just brings the biggest 3 he can or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think that's good. I think if he brings 8, if he brings all 8, then I actually think it's amazing.
I'm excited for him to get to the field so I can talk about the team he's up against.
Oh, yeah. Is he on field?
He's getting on field right now.
All right.
I hope this is not all he's bringing because that would be a pretty big disappointment.
No, there you go.
Yes.
He's
I was like,
bringing
okay,
all 8. He's
okay.
bringing all 8.
And actually, it's funny because
amazing.
earlier in the day, when we were talking about this, I
You're
said
a psychic.
I'm a psychic. I said all I can imagine is that he'll bring as many nightmares as possible, because that's how you box PvE. And it might be him that I've seen videos of doing this before.
You're
Anyway,
totally spoiled.
that's fine.
No,
It's okay now.
It's
all right.
amazing.
I want to talk about it. So he's brought 3 nightmares.
Yeah.
And then a Tech 1 frigate wing. So like 3 rifters, 3 slashers or something.
So
That's
he's
too many
gonna-
ships.
That's amazing.
It's 3 rifters and 1 slasher. So
Okay.
that he has a tackle wing he can just send to something, and then nightmares that he can just F1. And then his opponents, and actually I feel like this kind of bodes well for him. I don't know if they've brought a lot of tracking disruption. Actually, they probably have, so he's probably in bad shape. His opponents have brought 2 damnations,
Yeah.
2 sacrileges, 2 crew wars, and 2 inquisitors. Okay?
Okay.
I'm
So
really
all
excited
Lamar-
for this match.
This is gonna be the match of my heart. No matter how this goes.
The bad news for him, I think. I mean, there's really not a lot of E-War. Basically, if the sacrileges have tracking disruptors, it's bad news for him.
Yeah.
I think.
But
Otherwise,
there's only two.
It's
There's
true. There is only
3
2.
nightmares.
It's true.
So, guys, I just got the news that this match is actually ready.
Yes. I
Okay.
can
So
see that. Let's do it.
I'm
Let's
super
party.
excited to see it, and I know people at home are super excited to see it, and I know you are super excited. So let's get your predictions, please. CSB Rise.
Can we all say it at one time? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Team Cube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We all agree. Team Cube is the team that we want to win here. Let's hope he brings it home with the setup that we like to call the Cube.